How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. I hope you're all having an amazing day.
Absolutely magical day, guys. Guys, in today's video what we want to talk about, give you a recommendation. We've been asked at least five times in the past month on, what is our favourite crystal book that we'd recommend. Now, we're aware that there's hundreds, maybe 1,000 books out there on crystals and the metaphysical. So we're only really talking about our crystal books that we've got. Now, we've got probably nearly 50 books in total.
We have a lot.
And we always keep you'll find that a lot of the books would be sort of repeating each other's words. So out of our section of books, we just want to tell you who we would tell you that is in our opinion, for us, the best crystal book. And you may have it in your collection. If not, we'd certainly recommend you to get it.
Definitely recommend it, because out of all the crystal books out there, and a lot of them offer different things, but we've read them all, haven't we? So the new crystal book, oh great. But these are, we're going to the main one that out of all of them that we say is fantastic and it's brilliant.
And do you know, when, as Lynn said, we read them all, and you'll always keep buying books because every single book will have something in it that's going to give you a wee piece of information. Do you know what I mean? So they're not all like, we wouldn't walk past the book. There's a lot of books we'd even buy it because there's like a paragraph in it, because it just resonates with you, and then you start to read more into it. So there's a lot of books out there, and don't stop buying them. Keep going out and buying them, you know what I mean? And it's here's our favourite. Big drum roll. Crystal Power, Crystal Healing by Michael Ganger.
Kanger, is it Ganga? Kanger? Not quite sure how it's pronounced. But anyway, well, Michael, G-I-E-N-G-E-R.
Ganger.
Ganga. Okay.
German.
Ganga.
Okay. It could be Ganger. Michael, if you happen to be watching it, brother, our apologies. So it's Michael Kanger, and as I tell you, absolutely, in our opinion, the best book to have in your collection.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Definitely.
Now, why we say it is because Michael Kanger, he came at this here from a rock hound's perspective initially. In other words, he was into collecting the rocks. He wasn't into metaphysical. He was collecting them from a boy, and he got into it, so he'd be aware of all the science behind it. And in the geology, he loved all that. So he came at it from that perspective. And then he started resonating with the energies and learning more about the energies. And over the years, he's got a therapy centre or something in Germany, possibly. I think he's actually got a training thing in Germany. But this guy's at it years now. And the book itself covers everything. It covers about how crystals are formed. It goes into the science. It goes into the properties of each crystal. Why he actually even talks and says that we actually, as humans, resonate with a particular type of crystal, and you'll probably find most of us will have majority of the same sort of crystal in our collection. Do you know what I mean? And then when we move out of different areas, you'll find that the geology of the area will also be similar to what we were collecting at that particular time, because the earth energies, the geology underneath has the same effect. The energy coming through the ground will affect different people in different ways, you know what I mean? And some people will be drawn to a particular area because of that energy. So Michael Ganger, what do you think of it?
Oh, it's a fantastic book, and it's straight to the point as well, not loads and loads of waffle. Like, he doesn't claim that
he doesn't waffle
crystals
like me,
can take you to the intergalactic planes or anything like that. Not that they can't, but he doesn't claim that, which I like. He's very straight to the point. It's a brilliant book, and it's easy to understand as well.
And the stuff that he talks about is tested. There's very few who, by the way, who put the books out there actually, can stand up and say that X amount of 100 people tested this in controlled conditions. Michael Ganger is one of the very few who claim that. And I think Melody, out of Melody Loves in the Earth, also because we're both trained up in Melody, we're accredited 1 and 2. So, she would be relying on all the workshops throughout the world of all the participants in it, feedback over a period of time, and then she would be claiming, Melody would be claiming that the crystals can do X, Y, Z. There's very few people can actually say that, but Michael Ganger can do that because of his students over a period of a number of years before he puts his slant onto it. Now, he also talks about the history, the folklore of crystals. He touches on that, but he mentions how it affects your mind, body and spirit. And as I tell you, he talks about the chemistry of it. It's just, I don't think he's just a guy. I would love to meet the guy one day. I'm assuming he's still alive. I think he's still alive.
Oh yeah, he's not old, he's a young guy.
What age is he young like?
Young, like us.
Okay, he's a young guy. When I say young, I think he's in his 40s, maybe in his 50s. I'm assuming that. Anyway, so Michael, if you're watching this, sorry if you're younger than that, but you know, there's nothing wrong with being over 40. You know what I mean? Some of the best people in the world are over 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, guys, listen. Crystal Power, Crystal Healing, Michael Kanger. This is a book we would say to you that try to get in your collection. Now, you have another favourite.
I have another one as well that I absolutely love this book as well, which will be my second favourite book, and it's The Power of Gems and Crystals by Susie Holbeach, and it is a fantastic book. This was actually the very, very first book I ever bought on crystals years ago, and I loved it, and I'd still say it's one of my best.
It's worth a fortune. That's a first edition.
First edition, no, it's not. That's actually the new cover, because the one I had before I read, and it was so tatty. That's sort of like a new book. But they actually bought the actual first book of it many years ago. It's a brilliant book, and she's a lovely lady as well. Really lovely. I love the way she writes. Fantastic. So that's a very good book.
I agree with that, because Lynn passed that book over to me, and it just resonates with us. She's a good spirit. You can tell she's a good spirit, and she's loving the crystals, and it covers everything. It's just nice. You know? Like, we're into outside the box issues. In other words, we genuinely love the thought of crystals being able to do X, Y, Z, but we're also coming from it in a realistic point, and that's probably our nature. Until it's so, we're not saying that the books that claim that you can put the crystal in the forehead and direct it up to a certain planetary system, that you're going to communicate with these higher beings, higher light beings. That's more than likely could happen. There's no question about it. But we like a book that, so someone who's not into crystals maybe could read it
and understand it,
and see the science of it also, but yet see it the metaphysical, and that's where I think these books here, certainly Michael Kanger's book, I think it's got me definitely a thumbs up, and we highly recommend it.
Oh, Susie Holbeach as well. But like, there are many books out there, but these are just what we think are our best anyway.
Yeah, because we could come up with a book, and there's a lot of books we haven't read, and there's going to be books we might come up tomorrow, and our view can change. And that's the thing about life, is you don't get too dogmatic and too stuck in the the blinkers on, saying that this is our book. I think at this moment in our life, that's a book we'd recommend, and it's been like that for 5 years for me anyway.
It has, despite all the new ones that are coming out all the time. These two are our favourites, haven't they? So,
and check the covers on different books. If you're looking at books, you'll find that there's a lot of copycatting going on. Do you know what I mean? It's they're very similar. I like to go with the science aspect of it also. Somebody who's actually done the work on it and the research onto it. Not that I'd be able to quote you the Latin names of the minerals or anything like that. No. But let me tell you guys, check it out and see what you think. And I would say you won't go wrong with buying either of the two books, but you're for that one as well, aren't you?
Absolutely.
There you go, guys. That's the books. That's the ones that we're recommending. And by the way, as I said, you could probably drop comments down below, by the way, who your favourite books are, because everybody's going to be different.
And there might be something that we don't know.
100%.
Because we meet people and they'll say, oh, I've got this book on crystals. I've never heard of that one. So we think we've got them all. So any that you have that you really recommend that's really good, let us know also.
100%. And as I say, share the comments down below, because by doing so, you're actually going to helping others. You'll be certainly helping us, because we've learned so much from you guys, because a lot of comments, a lot of these have been putting us on to, we're not set in their ways, so we're open for everything. Leave a comment down below. The people who's reading them are also going to get your information. Share and share alike, and that's what it's all about. We're all sharing knowledge, and if you have any great books you know about, put them down below. It'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Guys, listen, thank you very much for your time. As I say, please comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow us on, you can friend us on Facebook. Links are down below. On Twitter, and just guys, that's it. Crystal Power,
Crystal Power to send you loads of love and happiness from Ireland, and tons of crystal positive power to you.
Definitely. Right at you guys.
Right at you guys, absolutely. Until next time, bye.
See you later.